Hi there everyone, welcome to Sacred Symposium. I hope you're all well. This is part of my YouTube where I do a channel from spirits or a mediumship session, depending on if anyone's coming into the space. And I just put it up here just so you can get some guidance, some information. I've just finished my tarot reading, which was very, very interesting, and didn't use one tarot card. So it was all oracle cards. So if you want to watch that, and it's minus the tarot, you can do that just by clicking on the next video. So this is where I do channeling. I've got my little trusty blue stone just to help with the throat chakra, and I open up to Spirit, who is in the room. And I was getting very hot towards the end of my oracle card reading, getting very, very, very hot. So I think we do have energy here ready to speak. I feel that there are different energies gathering. I'm going to be working with some Egyptian energies. Where have I put the cards? I put them away. I'll do that later. Which came up during the session. So I'm going to do some meditation with some of the Egyptian gods and goddesses, which let's see what the results of that are. But it's about clearing the pathway, it's about clearing the obstructions, clearing challenges, and so you have a clear way ahead. Okay, spirits, if you're in the room, what would you like me to say? Is it channeling, mediumship? I feel we've got Matthew Perry again. Light and airy, fun and fun. He's, I see him still very much as a kind of funny guy. He's come in, he's put his hand on my shoulder, and it's like he's saying he just wants to let me know how he's getting on. It's like his mind is blown. There's so much to learn, so much to do. I'm still seeing him. I see him come in as just kind of young, and my tummy's going. Spirits in the room. I still see him as young and vital, but then when I'm actually looking to talk to him, I am seeing him as he was before he passed, which was he had a little bit of weight on, a little bit puffy around the face. He's kind of saying now, oh, you shouldn't be saying that, you should be saying that I'm oh so handsome and gorgeous. Why are you telling them that? And he's like, I don't want to take up too much of your time, so he just wanted to come in. And he's saying about how it's so important to make people feel better. So there was a certain thing in my tarot reading which I think drew him in, which is about laughter and fun and joy, and how important that is. And it's almost like he's reinforcing that. And it's certain artists, whether actors or comedians or producers, that there's a way that you can just help people deal with hard times just by lightening the mood, by sharing jokes, by being silly. Thank you for coming through. It's like he's gone my pleasure, and then he's kind of gone off through a corridor, but he's like doing silly walk kind of thing. I feel like Bob Marley has come in as well, which he usually does, and I don't think he's got much to say. It's almost like he's come in just to sit and observe. Let me take a seat. Let me watch. I keep getting the word with him, integration. No need for integration. Something about fight your own battles. It's about relying on the strength of others and the need to recognize your own inner strength, your position of power. Yeah, he's not going to channel. No channel. So he's not going to channel. So someone else is definitely coming in to channel. Okay, let's just close my eyes and see if we can give you a little bit of guidance. I just kind of want to get comfortable now. Thank you. We are arriving, we are filtering in. We are very excited to have this opportunity to communicate with you all, to take a step forward, to meet you on this level of interaction. It is very much a leading edge form of interaction, we would say. We have a channel, we have a funnel, you might say, of energy which is flowing directly down into this one and allows us to speak to you. And what do we have to say to you? We have to say that there is a... She's waiting because she is nervous as to what we will say. We want her to relax more as her guide instructs. There we go. We have it again. We are willing to come forward and address you, to be part of your experience, to acknowledge that many beings from many places can interact with you and communicate with you now. This is not something that is far-fetched or something that is off in the distance. There is a capability and a reliability in this interaction. We find that there are many who have great fear, but also many who would rather put their head in the sand. Many who seem to find disclosure a fantasy element or a sideline situation which has no effect of their everyday. We would say disclosure has already occurred. It is the avoidance or ignoring of that fact that causes so many different stories of the effect. We want for you to be aware that there is a coming period of time where there will be a shadowing of your race. There will be a coordinated platform registering which will allow us to interact. We are not doing this from our perspective in a way to take over, in a way to infiltrate and become the dominant force of leaders within your planet. This is merely a meeting of energies, a meeting of beings, a return to the community that was once collaborative. How you find us and where you find us will be different from country to country, but over a general period of time there will be this unveiling, appearing, integration, interconnection, manifestation. We feel she might be trusting a little more to let go a little more. And we hope she will do that, allow us a little more. The energies around you now are put in place to filter certain frequencies from your experience. There are control mechanisms which have been used and have been altered or readjusted, added to, spread out over wider areas. There is a certain one agreement which was laid down to force all to fall in line with the narrative of only earthlings being viable. It is our great pleasure to tell you that there are many beings on many planetary systems viable, aware, alive, and working with many of you. They also work with many who have passed. They have integration and collaboration with those who have moved from the earth. As you took on your physical body, you are also able to take on other bodies. The situation at the moment is one where you are awakening as a race. And that may seem destructive, it may seem like a collapsing, but that is the case. The control mechanism is collapsing. And your eyes are going to be opened wide, and your thoughts and inspirations are going to be surpassed by radiant experiences. We are radiant beings. We are currently assisting this change, this new aspect of divinity, like the dragonfly. You are evolving. Many of you see it now, many of you do not see it, but many of you are aware, many of you are witnessing this change and this shift and this almost like your focus, your experience of another, your experience of the world has become not less real, but almost like you are in a game, in a computer game. And so if you're feeling that way, if you're starting to notice yourself and noticing yourself, noticing all around you in a slightly different way, That is your frequency changing. That is your frequency rising to a higher level. And in this higher level, not only does the world around you change, but your access to all that is available changes. And so you have higher integrations and communications with beings and entities who were locked away from you. Or perhaps we would say you were locked away from them. But it is difficult from the highest aspects to find their way to get through because of the density that was the Earth and the project Earth. So our warm embrace for you today is one where you get to notice differences within yourself and within your eyes, within your viewpoint, within what you see. And you get to wonder. And when you wonder, your mind bursts the dam of limits. And suddenly you share space with us, because that is shared space. That thinking mind energy, the mind of the universe, is shared space. And that is how we are able to communicate like this. We are sharing a platform right now that allows access and communication and companionship, we would say. We are not just here to flow words forward and disappear. We are here to play a part. We are here to accompany you. We are here to be here for you in a physical way, if necessary, to bring forward the assistance that you need for your transformation. Rely on your instinct, your intuition. You have keen senses. You have abilities that you do not even know you possess. And these will hold you in good stead. When things begin to feel like they are untruths, when you have been sold a story and you begin to see it shatter in front of your eyes, when you have been told that it is so, but you feel it is not so, trust your instincts, trust your intuition. Because what we want for you to understand is that your higher vibration, your higher nature, your intuitive nature is tuned into the rightness, the correctness, is tuned into the higher vibration of what is available. So for example, if someone tells you that that is impossible and that that is not available and that that is the end of it, to stop you looking, to stop you striving, to stop you researching, to stop you gaining knowledge. The higher part of you knows that it exists. The higher part of you knows that it is real. The higher part of you is what you're receiving, and that is why the vibration of the lie, the vibration of the control, feels off. Because your awareness is greater than you understand it to be right now. Your awareness reaches further than you understand it to reach right now. You have connection to higher mind. And so when someone pretends that you do not, it causes, how shall we say, disturbance in your field, because you are told you have to take this and digest it and believe it, and it is so. But the disturbance is saying, I'm not so sure. Why do I feel like that's not quite the case? Why do I feel I've had a different experience somewhere in my past? And that is it. You have. You have had many experiences throughout your life which you could not make sense of, which you could not share often, and which you could not find a relatable information on. And so many dismiss subtle spiritual experiences that they have. But we want to remind you of them. We want to remind you that they are with you, because they are communications, and they are an openness to the higher awareness of you, of all. Of course, there is much more to it. It's much more complex. There's much more we could go into, but we want to give you a broad look on the facility that resides within you. Because also, as the world begins to rise, this facility begins to open up more and more, and you will be experiencing more and more. So to be ready for that. Be ready to suddenly feel oneness at times, maybe not all the time, but certainly at times to begin with, a great oneness. To feel what is going on over there or going on over there. To get we're moving this one so she is comfortable. To get responses, to get feedback, to get the information that is being relayed to you. And often this is from one mind, but often this is from your guides, from your team, from your ancestors, from the spiritual community, from the cosmic community. We are very aware of what the earth is going through. And we are very aware of our part in it, but we are also very aware of your part in it. And that you are not lesser and reaching for the higher in order to take on lots of incredible superpowers, to borrow superpowers from us in the cosmic realms. We are aware of you being incredibly powerful cosmic beings, the same as us. So remember that. You're cosmic beings on the earth. As your world changes, the capacity for you to live more mundane existences will slightly shift, because that pattern is shifting away. And so many things will come as that pattern shifts. But also there is an unstoppable vibrational change which has effect on your physical, but also on all of your senses. And through that, you will be embracing your world, your very different world, in a very different way. So moments of change are upon you. Love and light be here for you. We are witnessing wonderful examples of humanity expressing love and divine truth and righteousness across your world. That is part of the awakening. But know that all are taken care of. All have played a role And many are watching as their job has been completed, and they are wondering at how they contributed to humanity's empowerment and upliftment. And the cracking open of hearts. And they often wonder, did they do a good enough job? And we thank them for their sacrifice, for their willingness, for their incredible love in coming to serve in such a way. And then we can expand that further to all who have played their part, all who have had an effect, all who have brought each and every one of you something. Something transformational. And we want for you to send thanks to all who have been before. Because it is that sequence of events, sequence of patterns, sequence of behavior that shows you your world now. You are in such a flux, such a moment of change. But you are not alone. And that will become more apparent. As more is shown to you, as more is accepted, you will take your place on the cosmic stage. And you will realize you are not weak. You are not a victim. You are not subjected to something that overrules. Instead, your vitality is alive, is continuous, and that will bring you the impetus to construct and deliver fresh ideas, fresh energy, consistent love, the highest regard to all those that you meet and to yourself. Because that opens up waves of energy, and it opens up energetic places that many of us in the highest realms have been waiting to see open up, have been waiting for access to also. It has been a key in the lock situation. And thankfully, you, my dear people, are turning that key and unlocking so much unbelievable existence of the highest possible energetic resonance across time and space that has been closed for a very, very long time. You are that important. And that is why we watch and we wait for our time to integrate. But we are delighted to have been able to impart some of our essence into this meeting. And we are very pleased. And we reside above you now. On Ashtar command. Thank you for saying that. And we will disengage and leave you with that message for all. Thank you. Okay, still recording. Excellent. 30 plus minutes. Hope you enjoyed it. I just went up and had a little look around and came back down. Very nice. Ashtar command is above us, is working for us, and that was interesting because we are opening a lock to a door that's going to change everything from what I could see. Blessings, that's your message. I hope you enjoy. Take care for now, and I'll see you again soon. All the best. Bye.